So good morning everybody. I'm taking advantage of this lovely bright sunshiny day that we've got at the moment. A bit of early spring sunshine. It's forecast to last for 2 days. So this morning I've set off on a ride through Greater London. Those of you that are on my channel for a while and know that I live in sort of northeast of London in the UK. And this morning I'm going to ride through all of Greater London and out into the county of Surrey to the south. So I'm riding down the Lee Valley at the moment, which is a part of the countryside that you've seen rather a lot of on my videos. So I'll bring you back when I get down to Greenwich. See you soon. Just got smacked in the face by a rather large bramble. Thought it might have actually cut me, but it hasn't. Oh, that's a bit sore on a cold morning. Onwards and upwards. So, we made it to the Thames. That was a bit of a trial. They've closed the canal towpath in several places for building works. So, yeah, that took a little bit longer than I thought. And as well as, the weather might be nice today, but there was rain just yesterday. And there's lots of puddles everywhere. And I had to slow down a bit, because you know what happens if I go too fast. I end up with a wet bum, and we don't want that either. Right, onto the Greenwich Tunnel. So that's the Cutty Sark in Greenwich, and I'm just about to join the route 21 that's going to take me into Surrey and beyond. It's taken me longer than I thought it would do just to get here, but we'll see, we've got all day. Off we go then. So south of the river, Route 21 follows the waterway, and that's along the side of the River Ravensbourne, heading towards Croydon, and so far it's really, really pretty. It's quite difficult to follow the trail at times though. It's not very well signposted, crosses lots of roads, so we have to be careful that we don't miss a turn. But parts like this are obviously gorgeous. There's the river. It's quite a flow at the moment after all the weather that we've been having. Lots of rain. But if the Route 21 carries on like this, I'll be well chuffed, because this is wonderful. This really is still heavily built up part of Greater London, but to think that they've managed to find a cycle route between all these houses along the side of this river is pretty good. Wheedles its way in and out of all the houses and along the paths, under railway lines. There's a little bit of road work to do as well, but they're on the quiet residential roads rather than the major roads, so it's all good. Now I'm just wondering where to go. As I said, it's not very well signposted in places, but luckily I've got my my app with the GPS route on it, so it doesn't take me too long to work out which way I'm going. I'll talk about the app that I'm using and where I got the GPX routes a little bit later when I get out of this traffic. So I just went the wrong way again. Doesn't really matter too much because I'm still heading in the general direction, and I'll get back onto my path in a minute. But when you're in heavy traffic, it's actually quite difficult to look out for these Route 21 signs. And that's exactly what just happened. There's so many little byways and roads that you just miss the road that you were looking for and end up going the wrong way. But we'll be back on it in a minute. Hopefully I won't have to double back on myself, although this is looking more and more like a cul-de-sac. Indeed it is. I'm going to have to go back, I think. Oh well. Spoke too soon. I reckon this has to be just about the nicest place that I've seen for a coffee. That bench is okay, but that bench is in the shade. It's still quite cool, so I think I'll find a bench, if I can, that's in the sunshine. But how about a cup of coffee by the river? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, there's another bench. That one's a bit more in the sunshine. So we're not too far north of Croydon now. And just beyond Croydon we'll be outside of Greater London. Oh, I needed that. It's been so cold this morning. It really has. I think it's supposed to get up to about 9 degrees later on the tops. But nothing higher than that. But when I set off this morning, I think it was about 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I think it was about that, 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. There's still a bit of frost in places, but that's all gone now the sun's got to it. But yeah, not bad for this time of year really. As I say, that's why I'm out and about. They're lovely looking houses. They look really, really nice. Oh, nearly went in a horrible big pothole then. I wasn't watching. Too busy with the camera. It's no good, is it? I guess I go through here. Hey guys, so it's been a little while since I had that coffee. A lot of on-the-road stuff around Sydenham and Bromley in the south of London. Getting near Croydon now, but yeah, didn't get the camera out too much because there's a lot of on-road stuff and trying to find the ways. But now I'm in South Norwood Country Park, which is really rather nice. A little bit of spring blossom coming out. Always good to see. I just saw a bumblebee a moment ago as well. My first bumblebee of the year. I guess he got a little ray of sunshine on him, made him wake up. Anyway, it's all going good. Even if it's a little slower than I thought. I keep having to slow down for these puddles all the time. Whenever I'm off-road there's puddles. And it's too cold to be getting wet, it really is, so I'd rather just take it slowly. So I'm probably doing more miles in the county that is Greater London today than I will be doing in Surrey, despite the title of this video. But seeing as you get to see me riding in Greater London just about every single video that I do that isn't a county ride, I thought I'd count this one as Surrey. Over the tramways. Through another big puddle. Cobbles. Oh. Honestly, cobbles. In this day and age. I thought I left those behind in the Netherlands. They make the traffic slow down, I suppose. Now, where are we going? Let's have a look, see. Well, I don't think I want to go that way. I'm going to have a stop and look at the map. Yeah, let's stop again before we go too far. Oh, there's a sign at the end of the road. We'll go and have a look at that first. You see that sign straight ahead? Oh, now the van's going to get in the way. Okay. Just behind the van it says... Oh... Route 29. We don't want Route 29. Right, let's have a look. See where 21 has gone. These residential streets are endless, it seems. Just goes on and on and on, and then you come up to something like this. How do you get the trike through something like that? It's really annoying. Have to lift it over. It's rubbish like that that does my back a world of good, I tell you. So I remember now why I don't like city riding. Oh, these little residential roads, you don't do anything more than like 50 to 100 metres in a straight line, and then there's another junction, and then another turning. It's just... It takes so long to get anywhere, constantly stopping at junctions. And then of course there's the obvious traffic issue, but oh, hopefully we'll be out of it soon. This is taking an age. So I've been going uphill now for about probably a mile and a half. And despite having the assist on the front, I'm glad to say I'm still getting a workout. Oh, my legs are burning. Eesh. That said, I think I'm just about at the highest point for today. Oh. Oh, this is not fun. What's this? That's horrible. It's like a river. A river of mud. Oh, hopefully it'll improve up here a bit. So I'm getting towards a little village called Addington. And the significance of Addington is somewhere around there, I don't know exactly where, but somewhere around Addington is the county border between Greater London and Surrey. So by the time we've got through Addington, I think we can say we're in Surrey. Oh, this is muddy. Oh, I'm going to sink. Look at that. Ugh. Oh, there's some very bad bits. Oh. Yeah, my back wheel's starting to spin. I might have to get off and push. Not something I really want to do. If I can help it. Oh. No, that's it. All over. I hope you appreciate all this that I'm doing. I'm enjoying it, honestly. If you're enjoying it too, please click that thumbs up button down below. I'd be really grateful. Oh, I might have to have another coffee in a minute. We'll see. Snack time for sure. Oh, back again. So, I'm in Addington. And that gorgeous building over there, that gorgeous building there is Addington Parish Church. It's an Anglican church. Dates back to, oh, excuse the traffic. So that dates back to 1080. Oh, just because I started speaking, there's loads of traffic, isn't there? Anyhow, it was lovely and quiet a minute ago. Perhaps it'll go quiet again in a minute. But yeah, so there's been a church on that site since 1080. And of significance is that there's 5 archbishops of Canterbury buried in those church grounds there, or inside the church. I would think, being archbishops, they're probably inside the church. But quite a nice looking little building, isn't it? Especially with that lovely blue sky behind it. Anyhow, just thought I'd show you that. So this is Addington, which means in a moment we'll be going out of Greater London. Still in the London Borough of Croydon at the moment, but we'll be out of that soon and into Surrey. Hopefully we'll be out of all these residential roads as well. Goodness me, it's like Piccadilly Circus around here now. So that's battery number 1 finished. I'm just through New Addington, and I'm still following the 21. I've turned onto this path. It was a path at some point, I'm sure, but it doesn't look as though many people are using it. As you can see, it's I'm wondering whether I'll get a little way down there and then have to turn around and come back, because it certainly doesn't seem to be very well used. There's some tarmac under there. It's a hard surface underneath, but there's years and years worth of leaves and detritus all across the path, so we'll go down there and have a look anyhow and see what's happening. In the meantime, I've just had to swap over the battery. I'm now on battery number 2. The first one had done 44.3 kilometres through town, stop start, and coming out of Croydon there was a lot of uphill, so I had it turned up quite a lot then, so I think that's drained the battery. If I switch batteries back again later, I may find that there's 2 or 3 bars left in it, but it drained it quite quickly coming out of New Addington. A lot of uphills. That's the update for now. Ta-da! So I'm making my way down this little track. The recent storms we've had have obviously left lots of branches and twigs across it, and it's really not getting any better. I'm beginning to wonder whether I made a mistake coming down here. Not a mistake as in I'm going the right way, but I keep getting things stuck in the mudguards, and it's really quite wet and muddy. And I didn't want to get Trini too dirty, but hey ho. Problem is, I've got to try and get her into a hotel room this evening, and they won't be none too chuffed if she's covered in... I was going to swear, but you know what I mean, if she's dirty. Oh well, you can always give her a wipe down, I suppose. Yes, I might have to send an email about this one. This needs to be sorted out. This is supposed to be a national cycle route, and it obviously hasn't been tended in years. And I call it a cycle route, but it's also supposed to be a walking path, of course. And as always, as I like to say, I mean, how would you bring a wheelchair down here? Where's the disability access? But the local council really should be clearing this. As I say, there's a hard surface underneath, so it has been made up at some point. All it needs is... there's another twig. Oh well, we've got to the end of it now by the looks of it anyhow. See, there's the hard surface, look. That's what it should be like all the way along. So somebody's cleared this little bit, probably the people in this house. But, yeah, that's not good. What does that sign say? You can't see it, can you? There it is. Gatwick and Warlingham on the 21. Right. Onwards and upwards. Back with you in a bit. Well, that's supposed to be a national cycle route. I've just come down there. I've had to walk the trike down. There's a groove going down the middle of the path, at least 18 inches, maybe 2 feet in places deep. And the trike would not fit either side of that groove. So, and then when I got to the bottom, there's just this big mud pit. I just walked the trike round that way. And then all this water in the fields. We've had so much rain. Even so, not a happy bunny at the moment, even though it's a gorgeous day. And there's some lovely countryside to be seen now. Oh, how lovely is that? So I wonder what this route would be like in summertime, when it didn't have big logs and blown down trees across it. Oh, sorry about the camera jogging around, but this really isn't very level. Does the sun look nice between the trees? I wish I could enjoy it. It's hard work concentrating, trying to miss the logs and the holes and the mud. Ah well. I'm sure it'll get better. It can't get any worse. It'll beat me if it gets any worse. Well, it's better now than it was just back there anyhow. Oh, he spoke too soon. Oh. Thank goodness for the e-assist. I'd have been really struggling through this, I think, with my legs. Or should I say with just my legs. Perhaps it wasn't such a good time of the year to do this after all. Never mind, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh dear. Went right into the middle of that one. Oh, just. Oh. Right, so an update. I think it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. I've come off of the Route 21 because it was a disaster. It's all bridleways and they've all been washed out by the storms. So I'm making my way now by road. And then my phone has just gone dead. The battery on my phone has gone dead, so I'm charging that up. And then I'll be on my way again. But yeah, the Route 21 is going to need some repairs, I think. So unfortunately, being off the 21 means I have to be on these sort of roads. They're not particularly busy at the moment, but the traffic is quite fast. I have to have my wits about me. Nice golf course. The views are quite nice for Surrey. It's very rolling though. It's quite punishing on the legs, even with the e-assist. I don't think I'll see that view again because I'm now going down a 14% grade hill down to the M25 at the bottom. I can't, I need both hands on the brakes. And this road at the bottom here is the M25. It's like the unofficial boundary of Greater London. It goes all the way around Greater London. 4 lanes of absolute chaos. Yeah, they close one lane up this way and as usual you end up with about 15 miles of tailbacks. Oh well and truly into Surrey now. And my camera's refusing to focus. What's this about? Come on, focus. Nah, it doesn't like me. It's given up. I'll try again in a little while. Well, it had to happen sometime, I suppose. I'm not having a very good day, guys. I haven't been filming much, and when I have filmed, now you can see up here somewhere, just here, I've got some scratches or dirt on the lens. I hope it's just dirt, but I can't seem to get rid of this up here, so we'll have a look at that later. But yeah, not chuffed. I'll tell you all about it later, but it's been quite hard. It's not enjoyable, despite the lovely sunshine. Just stopped for another snack anyhow. But as you can see, busy, loud roads, not my favourite. But I'm about 15 kilometres from where I'm going to stop for the day now, so about another, I don't know, what should we say? Another hour riding perhaps? I don't know, we'll see. So I've just stopped for another little break where I can. The sun's getting quite low now. Oh, it's been a long day. My apologies for there not being very much of the usual camera work either. I brought the drone with me. I've got the drone. I've got the 360 camera. I've got this one. And I just haven't had a chance to use any of them. I've been on the roads and the traffic, as you can see, it's just not my idea of an enjoyable ride at all. Never mind, nearly at the end now. I'll have a chat when we get to the hotel. Even at the last, I've still got puddles and dirt and mud. Trini's in a right state. Goodness me. Strange though it may sound, I'm actually not in Surrey anymore. I've now crossed Surrey and into, I think it's East Sussex. One or the other, East or West Sussex. I'll put it on the screen, as always. I know that I'm in Sussex because Gatwick Airport is just over there to my right. Somewhere over there in the sun, but and Gatwick Airport is in Sussex. They changed it some years ago. It used to be in Surrey, but now it's in Sussex. I don't know why, don't ask me why. Just these boundary changes. Oh, what a lovely evening. Lovely, lovely evening. Shame the ride hasn't been a bit better. But there we go. I shouldn't have too much of a downer on it. The weather's been gorgeous. Pretty little house. Right, I'm 5 minutes from the hotel. I'll bring you back when I get there. Right then, so here I am in my hotel room. I just wanted to finish off this video by giving you a kind of summary of what's happened during the day. I mean, you've seen a lot of it, but I haven't been able to use the camera as much as I normally would. Basically, when I got out of London, most of the 21 seemed to be on bridle paths, or what should have been bridle paths, but we've had such bad storms and bad weather over the last month, and those paths have just been washed out, and where they haven't been washed out, there's mud. You've seen some of it, up to 8 inches, a foot deep, and it just got ridiculous. Everything that I have, even the camera that I'm now using, is absolutely covered in little splatters of mud. The batteries, the electric assist, I'm going to have to clean everything up when I get home, but it just became a real bind. So, having had enough of the mud, I made the decision to reroute back out onto the roads. Well, the roads in the southeast of the UK are among the busiest that we have. There was absolutely no way I could do any work with any of my other cameras. I've got the 360 camera on me, I've got the drone. I did what little I could with this camera, with the handheld one, but I don't think I've done much. And what I have done is probably not good from a storytelling point of view in any case. That's unfortunate, but it just goes to show that sometimes these things happen. So the plan for tomorrow was to continue on the Route 21 down to Eastbourne on the south coast of the UK. That would take me to another county, which would be East Sussex. Unfortunately, I've been looking at the route and I think that's just going to take in more bridle paths, and if I don't want to do the bridle paths, obviously it'll be roads again, so I'm going to skip that. That's now not going to happen. I'm going to head home in the morning, and we'll do that at another time. So I think for this one we're going to call Greater London done. I don't want to be going back to any cities. I've mentioned this before in my videos, I don't like riding cities. I can't get the camera out without stopping, that is. Obviously if I stop on the path I can get the camera out, but then I'm not riding and it just takes too long. So city riding is out, mainly because of the traffic, but there was an incident that I didn't catch on camera for obvious reasons, but I have a very strong feeling that I was almost robbed. I had a group of youths stand in front of me on the footpath, and one or two of them tried to step out in front of me to stop me. You can tell by the look on people's faces whether they're being friendly or silly or whatever. These guys weren't being silly. They were trying to stop me, but I just rode straight through them. They jumped out of the way. But I'm pretty sure I knew what they were on. And carrying the gear that I'm carrying, I cannot afford to lose any of it. So I just thought I'd add that in there. Be careful when you're out there, guys, especially if you're carrying lots of camera equipment and things like that. There are plenty of people out there who would like to take it off you. So in the morning I'm going to get on the trike and I'm going to head into a local town called Crawley. It's near Gatwick Airport. I've booked in a storage space there. I'm going to pop Trini into the lock-up, and then I'm catching the train back home, and then we'll see how the weather is in the next few days as to whether I come back and continue on from here or whether I come and pick up Trini and decide to do something else. But that is all weather dependent, as I say. We'll see. We need it to dry out a bit. I mean, it's still early days. We're still early in the springtime at the moment, so there's time yet. So for now I'm going to get something to eat, I'm going to have a shower and get myself sorted, and then I'm going to have a good sleep, and I'll see you all in the morning. Cheers then, guys. Morning, guys. So as you can see, I'm straight back onto the roads outside of the hotel. My hotel is just over there. It was the Premier Inn. All credit to them. They've really looked after me, considering how muddy Trini was. They really did take care of me. So big thumbs up to Premier Inn in the UK. They are very pro-cyclist. Good on them. Meanwhile, I'm back on this busy road and I've got to get into Crawley to get to my storage place. So let's make our way. Wet bum in the morning.